When it was discovered that Hoochmagandie was a good in itself, and Sir Very Devious had frothed and galloped through that entire afternoon, buying up as much of it as he could, His High Majesty decreed that it might be completely for the best if supplies of Hoochmagandie were regularized, that everyone in the kingdom get his share. But as Sir Quite Red and Nearly Straight, his first secretary, remarked, this might not be so easy, as some people did need more Hoochmagandie than others. Albeit a pathological and not very pretty to behold need, nevertheless, and for that matter, some of his subjects had never even heard of Hoochmagandie, and perhaps it would be just as well that they never did hear, since for all anyone knew, there might not be enough to go round in any case. His High Majesty, however, made it known that he considered his remit was purely with matters practical and fiscal, and he could not presume to encroach upon the dimensions spiritual or aesthetic, the manipulation of which were a private matter for every man. Hoochmagandie was then decimalised and Sir Very Devious put in charge of the commission for distribution. By the end of the following week, it had become clear that Sir Quite Red and Nearly Straight had been correct in his judgment that equal shares for all made little sense, since some people could not bear to look at it, and others were just not getting enough. This posed something of a conundrum for His High Majesty. Either Hoochmagandie must be written off as a good in itself, and things return to what they were, or all these people who didn't like it, or liked too much of it, be declared sick and obliged to take the prescribed normal dosage, normal being their fair share when all was said and done. His High Majesty drifted uneasily between this Scylla and Charybdis for several days, while Sir Very Devious made an enormous pile on the black market, and was able to consider in his turn a number of possibilities. 1. He might offer to purchase His High Majesty's birthright. 2. He might impeach His High Majesty, A, in the event of his clamping down on his subjects and forcing them to take what was good for them, of fascism. B, in the event of his mandating a return to the previous dispensation of curricular churn and libertarianism. C, in the event of his continuing to do nothing, of procrastination and dilettanteism. Or 3, he might hire an enormous green toad to sit on the King's Majesty's face while he was asleep. And this last was what he did.